before you go inside the wagon, man, wait, your friend Afotey-Agbo. He's a criminal. He's a land thief. I will not stop saying this. Afotey-Agbo is a land thief. Mo Katamanso NSA area holding is using some means to steal land from people. Anywhere you see this man, Obekachra will say, there's one tagline or the name. We have won the case in court. Obwa, follow up. He's a liar. Every single person there, Obeso Rihanna Sasi, why no one say Oyaza and Oyeno, media Katamanso na bide ebusunya bienim is a liar. He is basically using some people at the Lands Commission to steal people's land. They be oboba omukuta document to be yako court, yakonya judgment, assassinate dia obwa. Afotey-Agbo is a land thief. He works with one gentleman called Van Dam. Van Dam is a hardened murderer. He's a criminal. He is the guy Afotey-Agbo is using to terrorize people who are building their houses around Katamanso area, Apollonia. Area, this man is a criminal. Also, NDC, I don't care. NDC for they need to disassociate themselves from this criminal because he's using that affiliation to NDC to be stealing lands from people in Accra. His name is Afotey-Agbo. So Obawa Sassiso, what he does is he's going to send some young men. Boys now are rent your man or high or money. Boy be a audio when your friend or Van Dam or a criminal. Sa boy is not the mobile you free Togo. Wakati sa boy is a free Togo, any Cote d'Ivoire, and audio mabigu Katamanso. And when he sees, he say, Obi the project to pay. Na opeso beji husika. No, the sa boy is nabaho. They are holding guns. They are holding color. Ninyina enedia. A two na boy is ninyina enedia. This man is a dangerous man. And I've told the Greater Accra Traditional Council say they should take this guy off the Lands Commission board. You know? They should take him off. He is representing the Greater Accra Traditional Council. And he is there stealing land. I am sending this message to the Gamanche. With all due respect, say. With all due respect. This man is going to destroy Monkrai Mahinie Kesiano. His name is Afotey-Agbo. He is a criminal. Nobody should underestimate this man. I will never stop saying this until this man, ye jailino or ye cromfo. His name is Afotey-Agbo. Oyibi, Katamanso, Apollonia. That area honyina nebusiafo no omo di asase nyina tonton. Obi asase na odi ni akon. Ubusana or the document wa kachen say document no certificate no land title no way oni land title bia wo Katamanso. Say o Katamanso oyibi Apollonia na wo your project na akwa we the boys baho. No be catch say omo na asase ni omo dia Katamanso ebusia oboa. Catch say they should provide the land title. He doesn't have it. The land does not belong to them. They are just caretakers of the land. Wa oyibi Katamanso area ho Sansa asini nyina no Afotey-Agbo ni family no they were just caretakers. The family that owns the land, they're from Kontonsuru or something. They own the title of the land. They own the title. In fact, let me find the name of the family that owns the land. Na me bon chiremo. Send be ya enkranfo no omubehu. Afotey-Agbo is a criminal. What's his name? Me besame chok family na assassin yomodi and this man is a criminal. The family that owns those lands, Katamanso, you're from Okansuru family. They have the title to the land. Afotey-Agbo in the Bushiafono, they were caretakers, and now what they are doing is omkuta court document to be oma falsify. Until you were we own the land. We went to court. We got a judgment. Tell him to provide the title of the land. And this is what this man does. He's a criminal. Let me catch Afotey-Agbo. Afotey-Agbo, he is not going to have peace again. Another criminal in Ghana. And our Lands Commission, or you see small boys be and our change data our Lands Commission. This man. Oyeri. Baby, I miss you and be a mekachero. Gamanche, I know media, maybe you don't like me like that. You are not ready to listen to me. But with all due respect, this man, he will bring your stool down. Afotey-Agbo is a criminal. With all due respect, say, you need to take action. You people need to put your foot down. In Krayasasi, you should pass 90% if you are Kwawi. Katamansun Sase, Oni ne busuafo ni asa he. No mo asase ketewa bi omaton ni nyina edi. Omo wia ton ni nyina edi na right now no. Omo tu omo ni akosi another family asase so in the name of omo judgment bi court omo boa oni assassin title. He is a liar. He's a thief. He's a criminal. As time goes on, me be tell nipa bebrea omo di san kwase asem no won kran. So this is Afotey-Agbo. Who ni be a friend so e kromfo. Now, ye ka asase ho nsem no. There's something I want to say. Me de bia me ba. First of all, I come and I'll advise. When I advise you and you don't change, then I'll come and show the people who you are. This government is doing everything possible to make sure, say, we the community, we Ghanaians, communities are, sebio assassino, mining was no, they will hand over in Sassino to the communities for them to basically practice what we call responsible mining. With all due respect, may their soul rest in peace. It was to launch this kind of responsible mining to stop illegal mining. Responsible mining is very important because what it does, and I say, the government is able to monitor the land. The government is able to regulate what people use the land for. The government is able to basically monitor the activities on the land around the nation. Into the responsible mining, it's being introduced so that the young people who are even practicing mining that is illegal, along the way they will come to understand the say responsible mining is the only way that we all can live, mine, and also protect our environment. So responsible mining is a core principle. About we person using now already changing the mindset of the young people who are being attracted into illegal mining. We should not undermine or underestimate or underscore responsible mining. Say to me, now, I want to say this. When you go to the eastern region, there are some people in the eastern region who won't responsible mining in the Bekoso. And then I go for friend community mining, no. So responsible mining, what it does is stop people from doing illegal mining. Responsible mining, it people the chance to also own land. A community there legitimately, almost to my responsible mining. But there are some people in Ghana. Especially when you go to Eastern region and Ashanti region. Today, my focus will be in the Eastern region, and I'm not going to spend time on this matter because the document I have, sometimes maybe BBC I didn't kind of advise because I need people who position and maybe so they start to do things they are not supposed to do. When you go to Eastern region around Mosiaso, any Bonsu area, Mosiaso and Bonsu, the government wants to start this kind of cooperative responsible mining in those areas because Galamsey Ashahoma Abino is trying to bring the young people along for them to understand and say also mining responsibly. And that when the government comes in with this idea of responsible mining, and some of the money they can monitor it and monitor the activities. Now there are people responsible mining because any people who are financing them and getting money from they want those people to go ahead and keep doing the illegal mining. One person I want to send a message to this woman, her name is Evelyn Kran, or a Council of State member. Madam, with all due respect, we all want to protect this country, our lands, our forests. Stay away. I'm not going to accuse you of anything. You are a Council of State member. I don't want to sell you. Stay away and let the responsible mining, community mining go on. Stop using your influence. If you allow me to come in, you might not survive this. You are a Council of State member. Play your role as a Council of State member. Do not interfere. Do not interfere, because there are some people I know for a fact that your interference is going to stop the community mining by the government. They can keep doing illegal mining. Stop it. This is your last chance. This is your last opportunity. You are enabling this boy. He's called IB. This boy, His name is IB. Me, I don't care where you belong. Matis say, oh yeah, whatever. But you are a council of state member. This your boy, IB. And I know, say, Oko Ochi area where ahimfuno mo onu bi ka ho. They are trying to stop responsible mining, community mining. The people now illegal mining, they can still allow those people to work, because the moment the government comes in and introduces community mining, illegal mining in Yinano esucha omuntumi nyejuma. And some people, especially in the eastern region, they are frustrating the work of the ministry. They are frustrating the work of the Lands Commission. And I know there are some people in Lands Commissioner to stop community mining. Community mining should happen. The community should benefit from the mining. They should do responsible mining. If anybody thinks they have legitimate documents, that person should go to court that they can mine legitimately. Nobody should stop what we call community mining or responsible mining that has been sanctioned by the government. I'm not going to push that much today. Stay away. Do not interfere. You are a council of member. Stay away. Don't interfere. Because when afutuo away, and it's our boy IB, no. And I remember this boy, I did one guy be story with your friend. What's the guy's name? AYEHU. Mokai, some boy, criminal boy AYEHU bi. Mokai say me a story of some dirty boy bi AYEHU in baby or Okatakyie TV so cransini boy bi or galam say. This woman and the godmother. I'm telling you, madam, a human awajato wants to say obebwa Ghana, no, stick to that. I am being very careful. But this is your last warning with all due respect. Let the community mining go on. Let the government manage it, protect the environment. Yepese monitor bibia, yempese obidene pe. We want to save this nation. So, madam, I am begging you, today should be your last day. If you decide to say you are going to keep doing this, you make your mind say, moye impenifobi or achimwa, moya musa moye click. When the government wants to do something, now moya musa mobe se mutia saadiano, stop it. I'm personally talking to you. Move away from it. I'm not in the business of talking to anybody. Me, I don't talk to anybody. When I want to do something, I first caution you. Stay away. Mosiaso Bonsu area or mama abayno and introduce community mining no. No mun protect the environment no. Finished. Maybe member subium. Now, this one story I want us to talk about. Something looks funny on my screen. Team. All right. This is one story. The health minister, Mr. Kwadwo, say health ministry concerned as only 2 out of 25 newly deployed medical officers posted to OT region at post. Now, you see, you posted medical officers be 25, so omunko OT region. Now, omunko ye juma ewo health facilities wo. Now, ebe sin no nipa 2 pe ena a reporti. And today I was monitoring news. The news, the health minister Neka say, we hear a whole audit on OT region, health facilities, audit. Minister, this is not a time for audits. This is the time to take action. Human lives are at stake. When these people went to medical school or whatever school they went to say they want to do this job, they took an oath to make sure they were going to serve in Ghana. So omo medical school ayen kan cho medical school na wo ko no obeye dwuma nko awon kran obeye dwuma nko ewo Kumasi. You said you were going to serve Mother Ghana. It does not matter where they put you. It's Mr. Minister, the pampering and the long talk is getting too much. It's about time we saw you take drastic decisions, because it's looking like this kind of thing has been going on consistently for years, and it's always about let's dialogue. We want to do audits. We want to put a committee together. We have passed that stage. We are resetting. We don't have to go back to, we need a committee. We need to take decisions in the interest of the masses. If you have been given a job to do, If you have been told to go to a place to work, and for some time you have not reported, automatically you need to be sanctioned. Yet to come and a ship nurse for health workers, echo amount for man so. They don't want to work. So what is the sense in shipping nurses and doctors out of the country when we have medical practitioners who are not willing to sacrifice or to work? Because at the end of the day, a rosary, you cannot go anywhere else and go get a 5-bedroom house to live in. No. So if you think, say, the things that comes with the work, and your idea will pay, then quit as a doctor, quit as a medical professional, and let the ministry find people who are willing to sacrifice. I'm not saying, say, when their condition of service is not good, we should overlook it. No. But the fact of the case is, say, a job has been given to you. And as they did not die. They survived. So as much as government is trying to make things better gradually, putting things in order, you cannot use that as an excuse and say, then, Mr. Minister, we are giving you to the end of the week. If these people don't report, we want you to come out with a statement that they have been fired. The pampering and the nonsense in Ghana, yes, also some conforce too much. There are so many people sitting at home who need jobs. Every day we see them on the street demonstrating. Now, why are we even still here having a conversation for the minister to even go ask for an audit? No. The minister needs to take that. Mr. Minister, I think you are being too nice. I think we are making these people feel, say, we owe them. We don't owe them anything. In fact, not technical skills or not vocational skills or not other things were there. Nobody decided to say they want to learn this. It is a why you say so you man a mind to our car. It is a soldier near walk through a training. At the end of the day, a bind say what be a soldier need. The moment you put your uniform on, you don't ask where you have to go work. So uye soldier juman ne near my uniform in there. Now be a recruiter. Your mouse baby adobe also yes sir. Now cause serve. You are there to serve. Now you say soldier for you told to amko Ghana be jumano. We say no mope. There's military men who don't want to go to Boko. There are military men who don't want to go to any other place apart from Accra. But they have to say yes, sir, and go there. So why are these people, so-called health professionals, being picky, being selective about where they want to go practice? At the end of the day, we are the ones going to do what? We are the ones going to pay them. I will do everything possible to get the list of the 23 people who have not reported. I'll get the list and get their pictures. I'll put them on TV. I will do everything possible. These health practitioners who have been sent to what we call the medical facilities, health medical officers are show up. From tomorrow, I will do some crazy job. I will get all of them their names. I'll get their license numbers. I'll get their pictures and I'll put them on the screen because we cannot be living in a country where every day the government has to be begging people to work. Abra, we have so many people sitting on the sidelines who just need work to do. There are people who are begging every day on the street, screaming, why are you not taking us? Why are you not picking us? And we get people sitting at home. And the funny thing is, they might be taking even taking salaries. For all you know, they are paying them. They have been taking salaries. It is why are we condoning this? And I think some of our ministers are too soft. I think, Mr. Health Minister, you are becoming too gentle. You are becoming too soft. That is not the reason. Masa, you are in charge. So far, you have performed exceptionally well. You are one of the health ministers saying, Mutumi, unannounced visit, our facilities. You have changed things. The equipment you are doing everything. We see it. The changes in our health sector. We see it. You are opening new clinics. You are the first person who is saying, governance is continuation. And Agenda 111 hospital, you are seeing it to say, you bet me a complete me. This is vision. This is what I believe in. But it looks like, you are making your soft part take over you. You are allowing this, I should be nice. I can't offend anybody. You know, these health practitioners, I don't want them to demonstrate. No. Sack them. How come Amawa Juma Sakoye? Nipa every day in these hospitals, health facilities, and you are foolishly sitting at home telling us that you want to go at your own time because we need baby a meda. Uni baby obeda catch minister ni amfamo obi obenya baby obeda. Because you are just medical officers. You are not heaven. And some questions, some sort of Ghana chadodo. It's about time we made these people understand. They say, Masa, say, you man to me, nya. President to crown podo, mameka bibincho. President, any a bigger positions, no. So okay, chum say omunchro nyoma e how mo jumemwa. They still can give you some things. You cannot tell me, say, you want the government to provide everything to the crack before you get up and go work, and they all bottom. This week, I'll do everything possible. Get the 23 health of medical officers. I'm reporting with OT, and I'll put their faces on TV. I will let Ghana know the kind of people we are seeing as medical, and I'm going to also work hard to see, say, if they have been paid. So much salary and your mercy. Say, Sanko for Webby. Say, salary to Obi, accountant general, 8 nipa bako kraka, and mana piki sikebie di. Say, oh yeah, medical officer, onya reporti, post. Na so just salary bako kra, obesi. I'm saying it. All right. It's exactly 9:15. We will go into the wagon very, very soon. Now, Mahamudu Bawumia, loyalty to friendship is very essential. Afenyo Markin. And I'll say, my relationship with Agyapong remains unsoiled, but NPP comes first. Afenyo Markin say, loyalty. Ni nyonku a oniribo koshata friye eye Agyapong no. Sa endamfofo na eda omuntemu no. Party ntumi ntitimu. Parliamentarian bia ntumi ntitimu. Presidential candidate bia ntumi ntitimu. Na oka asema kire Bawumia. In fact, he went on to say this. Or say, this is not the time to dwell on who supported who, but a time to remember who we all are as members of one big. No, let me take this again. I said, this is not a time to dwell on who supported who, but a time to remember who we all are as members of one big political party, the New Patriotic Party. Afenyo Markin say, even though your campaign Agyapong, Agyapong SUP in the constituency in our vote, you know, this is not a time about Bawumia. Yeah, because say why the campaign man wine and why the boy wine. What he's trying to say, then they say, yes, I campaigned for Kennedy. I put money into Kennedy's campaign. I was supporting Kennedy, and Kennedy won in my constituency. But when in BB, Bawumia we need dia. Afenyo Markin is justifying. He is trying to defend himself indirectly. Makachira must say, Mahamudu Bawumia yire, and Bawumia Tenase say, they are never going to make Afenyo Markin lead the minority in parliament. Amin Adams, any Obia Bawumia ese opese o lead NPP in parliament. Afenyo Markin knows Bawumia will change him. Afenyo Markin him say, campaign on Markin Agyapong, because we all know that Afenyo was campaigning for Kennedy. Afenyo wanted Agyapong to lead the NPP. Afenyo has never liked Bawumia. He has never liked Bawumia's posture when it comes to politics. He had always knew that Bawumia was not competent enough to take the NPP to 2028 to win. He has been in politics for some time, and he is in parliament, and he knows Bawumia cannot win 2028. He was betting his hopes on his best friend, Agyapong. That is why when you go to Afenyo Markin's constituency, Agyapong won 99%. So over Afenyo Markin constituency, Abana Omotoye no, Agyapong enya 99% over 600 votes. Bawumia report all because Afenyo Markin made it clear to a campaign team, and they say he was going to invest his money in Agyapong's campaign in his constituency. A minority leader, or constituency, the Bawumia na ono na onu ye juma. Bawumia na amanfo keka se won pe na asem. Bawumia na ono ankasa enya lie bi se won pe se ono be wini akwakoye den president anase flag bearer no. The same Bawumia ya to about constituency. Bawumia reporter. It means say you devise a strategy to make sure say Bawumia be losing. And he's quick to come out today to say, it is not about who supported who. Nobody has said who supported who. Afenyo is guilty. Afenyo is guilty. Afenyo knows that Bawumia through him. And I can tell you on authority, Mahamudu Bawumia has said it. He is never, as far as he is the flag bearer of the NPP, he is not going to allow Afenyo Markin to lead the minority in power, in parliament. And there's a reason. I'll explain to you. Now, let me show you the results from Afenyo Markin's constituency. And it will tell you the picture very well. Now, Saoko Afenyo Markin constituency, Abaye Tone Enra. The reason why I tell Bawumia, ebe change Afenyo Markin ni. And there are so many reasons, but Afenyo Markin, ama Bawumia, enough reasons to change him. Afenyo Markin constituency. This is what happened there. You see? This is Afenyo Markin's constituency. Abane Tone Enra. Afenyo Markin. Mahmoud Bawumia only 76 votes. 76. Kennedy Agyapong enya 644. This is what Afenyo Markin did against Bawumia in his constituency. Kennedy Agyapong enya 644. Mahamudu Bawumia enya just 76 votes. 76. So you can see clearly what Afenyo Markin was doing. Afenyo Markin was confident to take Kennedy Agyapong be winning elections. And he put a lot of resource, a lot of money in his constituency to make sure Kennedy Agyapong dominated. And Nitina, Kennedy Agyapong has 644. Mahmoud Bawumia is an ex-vice president. Mahmoud Bawumia is the former flag bearer. Mahmoud Bawumia just contested the national elections. You want to tell me, so for some reason, all the delegates in Afenyo's constituency, in less than a year, they have all decided not to vote for Bawumia, only 76. No. Afenyo Markin deliberately paid and made sure he campaigned underground for Kennedy to win massively. 644 for Kennedy, 76 for Bawumia. This is Afenyo Markin's constituency. And you know the funny thing? When the election was ongoing, Afenyo Markin was in the constituency. He made sure that the numbers he wanted for Kennedy got the numbers. So you can see clearly that Afenyo Markin never wanted Bawumia to win. And he still doesn't like Bawumia. On per Bawumia leadership. He knows Bawumia cannot win 2028. So Afenyo Markin, because Sanka Kennedy Agyapong wini ya, Anka Kennedy will pick Afenyo as a running mate. Afenyo is Kennedy Agyapong's lawyer. Afenyo Markin said, ni business in you Kennedy Agyapong the man is ska. So Afenyo Markin, he owes a lot to Kennedy. Afenyo Markin would never pick Bawumia over Kennedy. In fact, Afenyo Markin saw his political career brighter with Kennedy than Bawumia. Because let me tell you, Afenyo Markin, Bawumia committee, I'm making it clear, say, Mahmoud Bawumia is not ready to do what? To defend his bad record. Right now, Bawumia does not want to talk about the economy. Bawumia cannot answer questions when it comes to the economy because he has been a total failure when it comes to the economy. What they want to do now is that they want to move Amin Adams to the minority leadership. Now, what it means in the say, one, they know Afenyo Markin would never defend Bawumia's incompetence. And two, Afenyo Markin does not have economic background. Afenyo Markin cannot dilly-dally when it comes to economy statements. So what they want to do in the say, they are going to take Afenyo out. Normally, Amin Adams abesho. So Amin Adams becomes the head of NPP parliament business. Now, what Amin Adams is going to do is, Amin Adams used to be the former finance minister who came to inherit Ofori-Atta's shit, as always. What Amin Adams' job will be is simple. He is supposed to be the one who will be answering questions on the economy anytime NDC raises economic questions in parliament. Because the weakness of Bawumia is the economy. And as far as we know, the NDC is doing so well in it with the economy. Now, until the economy gets to a point where it is below or goes below Bawumia's performance, the NPP knows they cannot make any statement. Because remember, NPP for hope in say NDC for economy the best say I could do baby Bawumia, I could form more than Bawumia. Now the Bawumia failure not justify. But they know that it is likely impossible for NDC to perform lower than Bawumia's performance. Into the umbrella say they want to now move economic conversations, when it comes to parliament, economy then Amin Adams will come and represent Bawumia. Amin Adams will be on radio and TV, speaking as the minority leader in charge of economy. Amin Adams will be going on shows. So instead of Bawumia showing up as the flag bearer to speak on economy, which he cannot because he has failed, Amin Adams will do that job. For Amin Adams to also take a center stage and make decisions, he needs to make Amin Adams the minority leader. The front of the NPP minority in parliament, Mahmoud Bawumia has told his people that he feels the accounts disappointed him in 2024. Now he wants to have a front that basically is a Muslim front. Or per se entafo lead the NPP for no parliament. Inti Apieje will go. Sa ex-convict na Ofori-Australia now on this account, he will go. Afenyo Markin will go. He will change the front. Majority will be Northerners. Now when it comes to the General Secretary, Mahmoud Bawumia will change JFK and bring Musa Superior. Because Mahmoud Bawumia can, or see, the way the accounts and the Ashanti specifically, they disappointed him in the 2024 elections in the Ashanti region. He would need some Northerners and Muslims to lead his campaign. So in his second coming, he wants Muslims to take lead. The entire Forum Party, he wants them to lead his campaign. It is strategic places in Ninjano, or be change one of the 10-year question. The first one will be the minority leader. He will take Afenyo out and bring a Northerner. He will bring Amin Adams for Amin Adams to come and do that job. Now, you will ask yourself, Sir Mahmoud Bawumia was problem with if Mahmoud Bawumia has a problem, if Mahmoud Bawumia has a problem with the front of the NPP, now I want to ask Bawumia, is he going to change his mind on his running mates? Because this is also another conversation Mahmoud Bawumia has had with people. Besides, I want the Napo Bawumia picture. I have it. Thank you, team. The question here is, now, who is going to Mahmoud Bawumia's running mate? Is he still going to pick somebody from the Ashanti region? Is he going to still go with Napo? Because as far as we know, Upe Obia or campaign Palma Bawumia, Emani Winnie flag bearer we are Napo. Apart from Napo being foolish and acting silly sometimes, Upe Obia or dedicating Edisi wo or ye Juma Emma Edien. Emma Bawumia Napo and ye Juma Kesieba na Bawumia. Now the question here is Bawumia still going to keep Napo as Santinia or Freemanshia, or Bawumia is going to go for somebody else? Now you need to understand, the NPP as a political party, Napo represents the Ashanti region. Napo, at the end of the day, when it comes to somebody who at the end of the day gave a Bawumia vote in the Ashanti region, it's Napo. I don't expect to say Mahmoud Bawumia will drop Napo as Santiniba to go pick anybody else. In fact, he cannot drop Napo and even go back to the Ashanti region to elect another Ashanti person to be his running mate. It's an insult to the Ashantis. If Bawumia was telling Ghana for, and I know his message will be, take me back, I can correct my mistakes, then it means that he also has to give Napo a second chance. See, in Bawumia's campaign, now Okatakyie Ghana for the delegates and they say they should forgive him. They should bring him back. They should look at him again, give him a second chance. Then it means that delegates 50%. As a second chance, then you have no option to go with Napo and give Napo to a second chance, because who tell you Ukraine a second chance? Me say who tell you no? Asante for party no. Asante for them Kotoma Ashanti regional. They gave you a second chance. So why can't you give Napo a second chance? So Napo is supposed to be the running mate of Bawumia, because if you want to carve Bawumia in John Mahama's image, John Dramani Mahama, when he contested in 2020 with Nana Opoku-Agyeman, still gave Nana Opoku-Agyeman the second chance and brought her back in 2024. John Mahama ko Central Regional oko boro Nana Opoku-Agyeman opa omo chawo no de ma no omo de hye and o say me de ne kope 2 million aba oko 2020 we nya 2 million. John Mahama went back to the Fantis and told them, I beg you, I'm sorry, but I like your daughter. I believe that I can still go back with her. I don't want to disrespect you and go take that power. Why is Bawumia thinking of changing Napo? The same Bawumia is asking for second chance, but he cannot give Asantini a second chance. Napo needs to be the running mate of Mahamudu Bawumia. Napo needs to be the running mate of Mahamudu Bawumia. Ope Obia Oye campaign ma Bawumia in this primaries. It was Napo. And I don't see anything wrong with Napo. Napo comes from your stronghold. Napo comes from the Ashanti region. Napo used to be an MP. Napo has been a cabinet minister. Napo also have the same record as anybody else in the NDC, NPP. So Napo is more than qualified to go again with you to go and fight for that slot. Anything Bawumia does or be dropping Napo, no, the Ashanti region, you need to understand, say, MPP for whom some yankwasia for. No Napo, no vote. Mahamudu Bawumia has to go with Napo. He has no option than to go with Napo because this is the guy who has worked so hard to give Mahamudu Bawumia this nod. This is a guy as Santifoko to Obama NPP 2024 because of Napo. Napo cannot be changed. Mahamudu Bawumia needs to go with Napo. Only option. Because as Santifo Nyankwasi for almost this year, at a point, on person this year be the president. It will be better for him to also be vice president. But you, Bawumia, they are not stupid. So per second chance, then give Napo to second chance. Unless you don't want second chance. Unless un person Santifo second chance. Unless un person Ashanti region besa to amount. So per Santifo second chance, Momo this year Napo second chance. Because that is the only way. That is the only way Santifo will come out and vote for you. Because say want to me Omo this year second chance. Why should Obia Odimoko Dinchine or friend also you do or for this year give you a second chance? No. So it is either Napo or nobody else. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's been a wonderful 2.5 hours. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We will meet here. We will discuss Ghana. Remember, we are separating sympathy from competence. Stop calling Bawumia names. Stop attacking his personality. Let us question his competence because that is what we want him to answer on. Mahamudu Bawumia needs to answer questions and he needs to give us answers that are reasonable. We will be asking the questions, we will be questioning his competence, and we will make sure that Mahamudu Bawumia answers the questions we ask him. We will separate sympathy from competence.
The NPP cannot be underestimated.
The MPP of Darocha, Sakiskek, Victor Wusu, Kofi Buzia, Professor Edubuahin, Alajete, J.A. Kufuor, those men of value, those men of integrity are not what we have today. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just sankwas. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just sankwas. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting